The markets are pushing up to all-time new highs. Sound is lining up right where we want it to take a position, and we're going to talk about it in this video. What's going on, guys? Johnny Trades here, and if this is your first time watching, we trade live every day in the stock market, and we show you guys how you can do the exact same thing. So consider subscribing to the channel, smashing the like button, and going back and watching this morning's live stream, as that'll give you a context of exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. So diving into the screen here, what's up? How's it going? All right, diving into the screen. QQQ pushed up to 587.86 after making a new high from yesterday at 584, and then the previous day before that of 580s. So very interesting to see how the overall NASDAQ market is pushing up and continuing to make new highs. So we have to raise this again from 584 all the way up to 587 as a new resistance level. And as we got to watch this push up all day today, it's made some fantastic progress, which brings us to a solid point here. Okay, this has made all-time new highs. The last high that we were previously sitting at was at 583, and that was back on August 13th. So it's pretty amazing to see this nice little pullback to 560s, a double bottom, and then a nice rally up to 587. So what's going to happen now? Are we going to continue to make new highs? Are we ever going to get that pullback that we're looking for? As it did have a pullback on September 5th. September 5th would have been, oh geez, I believe that was a Friday. So last Friday, a significant sell-off. I think everyone was looking for that sell-off, and it just did not happen today. Now there is some positive news going along with some, of course, not so positive news, but I wanted to give you guys at least the rundown on that before we talk about our trade setup on Sound. So looking at the overall highlights and market sentiment for this and to come, we do believe, okay, we are in what, power hour. We have a couple minutes as the market begins to close. Basically, we are seeing, here we go, let's see, quick views of news and sentiment. QQQ. Sorry for the delay, guys. Okay, was this from today? Sorry for the delay. Here we go. Daily summary. So the daily summary for QQQ is basically saying it has a 32% of the news is positive, 28% is negative, and 40% is neutral. Stock market has approached record highs amidst mixed economic signals ahead of Fed meeting. Federal Reserve expected to cut interest rates despite mixed inflation data. BlackRock's Rick Ryder emerges as contender in Federal Reserve chair race. Trump threatens investigation of George Soros for alleged RICO violations. Trump's patience with Putin reportedly diminishing rapidly. U.S. Supreme Court considers significant tariff case with broad applications, and Kroger states Trump tariffs have no material impact on business operations. So it's interesting. I mean, that's kind of the mixed news summary for QQQ. Despite everything going on, still making new highs, and that's great to see. So here we go, moving on to Sound. Now Sound looking really nice. We did have a position in this earlier this week. And we've had positions on it in the past as it was coming up from those $11 to $12. Right now it's looking like a solid point. It's holding above this moving average. It's holding above this $14 support level. And earlier today, it was even holding above 1430 for quite some time. We did have our alert up here around 1430, and I even had a blue support line here as well. I got rid of it as it made that dip, but it dropped at 1430. Once it broke 1430, we've seen a little bit of selling pressure now at 1411s. Now what I want you guys to know is, hey, set these alerts. Let's put them to around $14. We'll see if it even touches 14. If it does, when looking at this 1 hour chart, it's right on the money. 1410 is that moving average. If we can get a nice bounce off the moving average, we can see this go up to those 1450 again, get a retest, potentially 1480s, $15. Now this could be a point of entry. Having, you know, a 1410 entry, a 14 stop, that's a 10 cents per share stop loss, and, you know, almost $1.50, maybe even $2 profit going back up to those $15, even $17 levels. Now, analysts have said it can push up to an average of 1544, a high of 18, and even recent news, HOUND AI price target within a $16 share price. The day before last, it was raised from $15 to $17 share price. So there are some people definitely giving it a nice evaluation. And again, on that 1 hour chart, we get a nice bounce off of this, then this would be a great area to buy. So what we did earlier, we alerted the Discord team. We got out of that position as it broke, and we actually bought into a new position right here at that 14 level. So I'm excited to see what happens as it progresses. If it begins to push up over the weekend or by Monday, we could always add more to it. I do have my alert set at 1450, as I do believe that would be a break above the moving average. Right now, moving average for the 200-day on the 5-minute is at 1447. So it did, again, tried testing it all day, couldn't get above that level, came down. Now it's retesting it on a 1 hour time frame. Looking good to me. Let's see what happens. All right. So that's kind of my update on this morning's trade, kind of a trade recap, along with some overall market sentiment and news that played out during the market, during the day for today. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hoping to see you guys in the live stream on Monday, and I'll throw a couple of helpful videos and some hopefully useful videos this weekend that you find useful. With that said, that's pretty much all I got to say. If you are following our athletics trader part, I'm going to probably put these towards the end of the video, but one of the game changers for me during my long runs is this hydration peak H2O. It has a ton of electrolytes in it, 400 milligrams, got some vitamins and stuff. But if you're drinking a ton of water and you just still feel thirsty, or you don't feel like you're functioning as good as maybe you should, try some electrolytes. If you can't get something like this, they have a powder form in like a larger bottle, and they also, you can just put a little salt in your water, some pink Himalayan salt, something like that. Game changer though for anyone who is feeling a little sluggish, tired, thirsty. Put a little bit in your water and I guarantee you'll feel a lot better. Helps on long runs, or overall, just if you're sweating a lot throughout the day, if you live in a hot place or something like that. So cool little tip to share with you. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys in the next video.